And welcome back into Pure Adrenaline Sports, everybody. This is John coming at you with live play-by-play and live reaction of Game 1 here between the Mets and Washington Nationals. The Mets hold the two-game lead for the final wild card spot with 9 games to go. So the magic number, actually, I have to reduce it. The magic number is down to 8. So we'll get that taken care of here before we get going. But welcome in. We'll say hi to some folks in the chat here as we get underway. We'll look at the other scores going on as well. We'll check in with Fitzy. Fitzy's got the Red Sox game tonight. Fitzy's got a full slate of games tomorrow. I believe 4 games tomorrow, starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we'll double check with him. For you, those of you that know, Mrs. PAS is all happy with the Buffalo Bills win last night. Still bopping around saying Buffalo's going to the Super Bowl. But remember, Bill stands for Boy, I Love Losing Super Bowls. So, hey, at least they're making it, right? I don't know, better than winning 5 games every year. So, but let's hop in. Make sure we're good to go on all the sides here. I don't know why it's taking so long for the vertical side this evening. There we go. Go live. All right, now we're live on all the sides. Once again, welcome in, everybody. Game 1 here between the Mets and Nationals. Let's reduce the Mets magic number. Then we'll start saying hi to some folks. The Mets magic number is officially 8 heading into tonight. 8. So any combination of either 8 Met wins and Arizona losses. So that's what that means. Gina's here saying, greetings, Mr. and Mrs. PAS. PAS Nation. I'm going to make some coffee. Be in shortly. Make me a cup as well. A little splash of half and half in of sugar. Thank you. Luminous is here saying LFGM. Let's go. Bud's here saying swat the Nats. Let's go Mets, says Logan. Gina's saying hello again. John, good evening. Can't take anything for granted. Intensity focus. Come on, Mets. Come on. Nick is here saying, hey, John, how you doing, my friend? Let's go, Mets. Jonathan is here as well saying no excuse not to sweep this series. Okay, let's have a 1, 2, 3 series here. Sorry, Jonathan, I didn't see your first quote there. Hey, Frank is here. Welcome in, Frank. How are you and Carla doing today? Hopefully she's feeling better. Thanks for streaming, John. Absolutely. Hey, John and Mets Nation. Let's come out red hot today and destroy the Nats. Anything for you, Mr. John. It's going to be cool of how it works. You'd be like, oh, look, Gina sent the coffee. Thank you. Charles is here as well. What is up, Charles? Good evening. How are things down in paradise tonight? I really mean that. Anything less than a sweep of this series is a failure. I personally don't feel that way. A lot of you guys may. But I believe anything less than 2 out of 3 is a failure. Big time failure. So, series going to be useful tonight. Oh, you're also a little bit sour because they lost the game that you were at down there. Yep, gotcha. Hello, John. Let's go, Mets. Ready for the playoffs. What's up, Jeffrey? Michael R. is here saying, what up, John, everyone? For the weekend only, hoping the Phillies sweep the D-backs. Right? As Met fans, right? We have to root for Philadelphia this weekend, don't we? Feel inspired to join in the chat. You're welcome to do so at any time, respectfully. Daniel Barry is here as well. You watched the Bills game with Dr. Delay. I had Dr. Delay on. Mrs. PAS and I had it on the TV, but I was listening to Dr. Delay. Big Mike is here, saying here for another. Thank for all the hard work and always being here for us. Let's go Mets. Junkies in the house. Welcome back in, Big Mike. Thank you so much for the kind words. Can't see the magic number. Yes, it is at 8, Jonathan. If you're looking at it, it's up by the catcher, the PureAdrenaline catcher in the right-hand corner there. Top right-hand corner. Where if you're watching on the vertical side right now, it's in the little box with the batter and home plate to the top left under the rotating scoreboard. So if we win tonight and the Diamondbacks lose, it's down to 6. I have to look. Let me look at the schedule. Let me look at the standings. Let me look at the standings here. No, and I kind of hit it on purpose. Depends on what Cincinnati does. Actually, Cincinnati right now and the Diamondbacks are tied 2 games back. So, I'm not sure what this is that the SNY is playing right now, but Frank. I did not know his real name was Frank. Frank says Mets at least take 2 games. Al's back. What's up, Al? Let's focus on 1 win tonight, says Michael. The 1969 New York Mets singing on the Ed Sullivan Show. Steven says, let's swat the Nats. Let's go Mets. All right. Mets rookie pitcher Brandon Sproat on the mound. Making his 3rd career start. He's 0-1 with a 2.25. 12 innings pitched. Averaging 6 innings per start. And for the Nationals, it'll be Wood leading off. Abrams will bat 2nd. Bell 3rd. Lil will DH and bat 4th. Garcia 5th. Cruz 6th. DeYoung 7th. Alfaro 8th. And Jacob Young will bat 9th. The Met defense, it's Vientos at 3rd. Lindor at short. Beatty at 2nd. Alonso at 1st. Alvarez doing the catching. Nimmo in left. Siri in center. And Soto in right field. On the outside 1-0. Here we go, LFGM. What's up, Douglas? Can Sproat go 7? Ty? He could. Let's sign up for that right now. There's a strike, 1-1. All right, Ty, stop repeating it, dude. Is it true Mendoza's going to tag team on the starting pitching? Outside corner, 1 and 2. Right now, that's only going to happen with Manaea and Holmes. Manaea and Holmes are going to piggyback. Ooh, down low, 2 and 2. Springtime for Sproat. Let's go. Take a ticket for 7 innings for Sproat. Exactly. No idea what the magic number is for the Yankees. Swung on a miss. 1 away. Jacob, what's up, buddy? Jacob might know. Jacob, Ron was asking what the Mets magic number is. The apple, Jacob. The apple. Magic number for the Yankees is 6. Thank you, Jacob. Tie, man. That's the 4th time. That one ripped foul, 0-1. Go chop wood, he said. Once again, shout out to some of the people we haven't seen in a while. And for a strike, 0-2. Darren, we haven't seen in a while. Cope, we haven't seen in a while. Axe hasn't been around for a while. Outside, 1-2. So hopefully those guys are all doing okay. Elgood, we haven't seen in a little bit as well. Since Elgood told us he was going on a camping trip, we haven't seen him. The 1-2. And a little chopper foul up the first base side. Still 1-2. Oh, thank you there, Gina, with my coffee. Thank you so much. Absolutely no exceptions. Down low, 2-2. No spamming. Oh, Sean is here. Saying 10-2 Mets. Sprout with 7 Ks. What's up, Sean M? No, I did not end up doing it. Was not feeling 100% inside 3-2. So just took it easy. Worked on some other stuff. Then Mrs. PAS and I watched the football game. Chop foul at the plate. Still 3-2. Dino saying Sprout must be the GOAT in tonight's game. Brody's here. What is up, Brody? The 3-2. Sprout throwing a little too many pitches here. And that one fouled off. Still 3-2. Charles says discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. And that one line foul. We'll do it again. The 15th pitch of the inning. Sprout will deal. Swung on a miss. Fastball. 2 away. I don't know what, first off, Brody, thank you so much for the $200 super chat. Say 6-7. Confident with Peterson? No, I'm not confident with Peterson in game 2. No. Yeah, I sure hope Elgood didn't run into any problems. Ground ball back to Sprout. He grabs it, flips it to Pete. Nice 1-2-3 inning. We go bottom 1, no score. Brody, my man, thank you so much for going above and beyond. Really appreciate that, man. What's else is frozen here in New Jersey? Ty, man. For the 5th time, Ty is asking, can Sprout go 7? How many more times do we let him go before we block him? Let's keep to the rules that Charles sent. I don't want to have to DFA on this side. John, you let me know and I'll come back over. Yep. Howdy. Kite says 3 strikes and you're out. Internet is back. What? Sarah Adams is back saying hi. Here we go, bottom 1. The Met lineup tonight, it'll be Lindor leading off, Soto batting second, Alonso third, Vientos fourth, Nimmo fifth, Marte will DH and bat sixth, Alvarez seventh, Beatty eighth, and Siri will bat ninth. Nice, Jonathan. I'm a Mets fan, Jeremiah. I am a Mets fan. Sorry, I can't spell. My internet is back. We had a windstorm that knocked it out. Wow, Fitzy. Hopefully, no other damage. The 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Andrew Alvarez, the pitcher here for the Nats, making his fourth start on the year. He's 1-0. Up high, 2-1. There's a storm that is coming, and everyone's running away. If you know, you know. And that one line base hit in the right field for a leadoff single. Jonathan says, Mrs. PAS got to be happy. I am for my running back. Okay, back to baseball. Kite saying hi again. John got coffee money. That's Brody, man. That's unbelievable, dude. Thank you so much for going above and beyond like that. Swung on a miss, 0-1. Words, try 'em. In Minneapolis for Vikings-Bengals game, Skull, and more importantly, let's go Mets. Brother Brody from another mother. Yup, my brother Brody coming up clutch, man. In for a strike, 0-2. Wait, isn't that the same guy that dropped 500 last time? Yup. Yes, it is. We need at least 5 quality innings from Sprout, like Tong yesterday. You guys are the coolest. Fort Knockers back. Outside, 2-2. John, there is something called words. Please use them. Swung on a miss to the ball down low. Words are hard, right, Jonathan? That'll bring up Pete. Pete's homered in 4 straight games. In for a strike, 0-1. Up high, 1-1. How did Soto get out? He struck out. Soto struck out. 1-1 to count here to Alonso. And that one fouled off by Pete. 1-2. The 1-2. That one moved out to right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Lindor's going to go to third. It's bobbled. Pete's going to go to second. They're waving Lindor around. And the throw is not in time, and the Mets take a 1-0 lead. Pete stayed up first for some reason. I need to get ready for my game. I'll try to pop back in. All right, Fitzy. Good luck tonight. Oh, he bobbled the play. Then he slipped. Then he tried to pick it up, and he dropped it. His throw in was offline. Ball outside, 1-0 here. So no RBI for Pete. James Carter, thank you for subscribing. Welcome in. And fouled off by Vientos, 1-1. Charles says MLB action live streaming now on the PAS network. Let's go. Pete's getting hot at the right time. Luminous says, I like runs. I'm actually good, Mr. John. Up and in, 2-1. Thank you for asking. Frank saying 27 subs tonight. We're at 3 already, Frank. We're at 3. 27 outside, 3-1. Yonkers Joe says singles, doubles, and the occasional bob. Swung on a miss. 3-2. That would have been ball 4. Way to go, Mets. Just grind today. Sarah saying hi again. The Cubs have a 2-1 lead in the third over the Reds. I have managed to complete the first item on my bucket list. I bought myself a bucket. And chopped foul, still 3-2. I bought myself a bucket. Okay, you can keep making as many names as you want. I'm going to keep blocking you. Fouled straight back, still 3-2. I know it's the same person over and over because you keep complaining about the same thing. Charles says smash them free subs and hit that like button. And a little chopper to short. They go to second for 1. A turn. Got him. Wow, 6-4-3 double play. But the Mets get the run. We go to the second, 1-0. Sometimes people have too much time on their hands. Right? Made 2 accounts last night to complain about the same thing. Made an account tonight to say the same thing. YouTube sees you making all those accounts, they're going to block you. Imagine if that energy was placed somewhere else, right? Man, the Tigers are struggling right now. The Braves have a 6-0 lead. Top of the third there in Cincinnati with the Cubs up 2-1. Still runners on first and second. Padres play the White Sox. What time is the... Oh, Phillies Diamondbacks tonight at 9:40. So we'll just be wrapping up. We'll just about be wrapping up by the time that one gets started. And Giants Dodgers tonight. So hello, John. Happy Friday. What's up, Frank R? Frank says tap that like and subscribe. Vientos swung at ball 4 a couple times. 1 run per inning will work. Let's finish the season strong. Went out. Jonathan says, you know, John, 3 months ago, we weren't thinking about following the wild card stats and standings. Correct. Right? We were only, what? We were only a half game out, right? Half game out of the division lead. Charles, thank you for posting the rules. In for a strike, 0-1. A1, thank you so much for subbing. Welcome in. Outside, 1-1. Charles says, guidelines for chatting, absolutely 100%, no exceptions, no spoilers, no trolling, no spamming, no political talk, no religious talk, no self-promotion or posting of links, unless approved by the host. Additionally, no exceptions, no profanity. Be civil and respectful with your views, opinions, and comments. Challenge the argument, not the person. You all think Ohtani hitting a home run tonight? Not in this game. I think they should have Beatty hitting 4th in the lineup and put Mark. Yeah, at least mix it up for a little bit, right, Terry? The 1-2. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Let's go, Mets. I pronounce you the Chief Rules Officer of PAS. First off, that's a great title. I don't know, Jake, that's a good question. Give me a little bit. I want to think about that. Who's the best overall player? Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 1 away. 3rd strikeout for Sproat tonight. What about Pete Alonso? Home run tonight? Yes, Pete will hit a home run tonight to make it 5 straight games with a homer. Like the team decided, hey, we can't have our fans thinking that this is different than any other season and blow away the division. They have the Gator heads with the Met hat on. And a little chopper to second. Beatty's got it. We'll flip it over to Pete. 2 away. Overall, how is overall Ohtani the best player in baseball? I don't agree with that. Judge is definitely 2 or 3. And that one chopped to second as well. Beatty's got that one. Over to first. Another 1-2-3 inning. We go bottom 2. When was the last season we were on autopilot to a division crown with no worries? Yeah, I don't remember what they won the division by in 88. 86, they absolutely dominated the division. Bud says, I second the motion. Charles A. Rules Officer of PAS. Jersey sales mean nothing. It's like the All-Star vote. You got little kids voting. No, way too early to talk about that. When was the last time the Mets won a division? 15. I believe it was 15, yeah. That was fast. Less than 5 minutes. Yep. For the Mets, it'll be Nimmo, Marte, and Alvarez coming up. But now that you brought it up, Nick, it'll be over next inning. You don't talk about it. Troll says, no, it's not Pistol Pete. If life gives you a second chance, don't repeat the same mistake. Oh, Cubs and Reds now tied up at 2 in the third. Yo, that kid looks like Jonathan. He's a doppelganger. Why are the Mets worse this year? Because on paper they're a worse team as well as on the field. The 0-1 and Rip foul down the right field side 0-2. Not pitching well for most of the second half of the year. Not hitting well for most of the season. Even when they did hit well in August, best offensive month in Mets history, they went 11-17. It's a you name it with the problems. Correct. The down low 2-2. Swung on a miss, one away. That'll bring up Marte, DHing tonight. Yo, let's go. Kershaw making his last Dodger Stadium regular season start tonight. In for a strike, 0-1. Bounce in the dirt, 1-1. I mean, how more fitting would it be if the Mets hold on to the third wild card spot and have to play the Dodgers and can somehow knock them out in the first round? It's a 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Do you think the Mets went all in too early? I talked to some Met fans who said the Mets weren't set up properly to get Soto. That doesn't make sense. The problem is once they got Soto, they did nothing else of significance. They pieced together a pitching staff that was trash, and that's why they got 3 rookies up here. Remember Kershaw? Remember the guy saying Kershaw was the greatest of all time? Right? The 3-2 to Marte. And line foul will do it again. Problem is the Mets didn't do anything after. No, they would not have been better off without Soto. Swung on a miss. 2 away. Third strikeouts here for Alvarez. There's no way. Okay. You're going to see if Fitzy streaming? Yeah, he should be any minute now. Yo, CP is here saying let's go, Mets. What up, CP? Stephen D asking CP if McGill is hurt. I believe McGill is hurt. Down low, 1-0 to Alvarez. It's Alvarez to Alvarez here. Down low, 2-0. Yeah, McGill done for the year. I do not think this is a must sweep. It is a must 2 out of 3. I don't think it's a must sweep. The 2-0. Up high, 3-0. Who was saying? No, he was asking. He was asking. He wasn't saying. Yeah, he is streaming. The 3-0. Alvarez chops it to short. Over to first. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the third. Still 1-0 Mets. And my response was that the Mets did not do enough after signing Soto. So let's come back over and look at the Cubs-Reds game. It's still 2-2, top of the fourth. Yeah, Fitzy doing his Red Sox. They just got a base runner with 2 out in the top of the first. The Red Sox are playing the Rays. Yep, he says he's doing... he'll be live with Nick after the game. Charles says, got so caught up in chatting and forgot about hitting that like button. Feel no way. Happens to the best of us. Why not pause now and give it a thumbs up? Once again, shout out to Brody Blumberg coming in, dropping a $200 super chat. Not sure if it's still showing up in the chat there, guys. There's no way the Mets are eliminating the Dodgers, huh? Smash those thumbs up. Let's go. It's still up there. It's unbelievable. Yup. Oh, third inning. Let me flip my screen there. In for a strike, 0-1. 7, 8, and 9 here. DeYoung will lead it off. He's batting in 33 games versus the Mets. 308 career average. Down low, 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Down low, 2-2. You gave a thumbs up to Fitzy and Birdwatcher? Down low, 3 and 2. If the Mets can't get the second wild card, they'll be going home early. Eddie is wrong. The 3-2. Outside, ball 4. A leadoff walk here. We'll bring up Alfaro. Our guy Gelbs now with a little interview. He said they play on Monday Night Football, week 4. Up high, 1-0. The best person is here saying hi. Sit with people who have failed. They don't have ego. They have experience. Let's go. Chopper foul. Chopper foul. We signed Alonso after, yeah, but as far as the team goes, we needed a first baseman, so we had to sign. But the Mets did not do a good job with getting a center fielder. They did not do a good job of getting another backup infielder. Winker hasn't panned out as a lefty bat off the bench. And I wanted Winker back, so I'm not criticizing him for that one. A little chopper to throw to first is wide. And that'll go in the right field. And that's going to score. What are we doing here? And the run scores. Nobody went after the ball. What are we doing here? Lackadaisical. Outside 1-0. Still nobody out here. Down low, 2-0. Inside 2-0, 3-0. Come on, dude. Completely falling apart here in the third inning. There's a strike, 3-1. Up high, ball 4. All 2 walks in the inning so far. Still runners on second or first and second with nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup with Wood. Sproat after having a great second inning, can't get an out here. Soto and Pete were both lackadaisical after going after that baseball. I think the Mets should hope for the short series against LA. Agree. That's the only way we beat them is in a 3-game set. Down low, 1-0. Can't throw a strike here, man. Way inside, 2-0. Correct, John. I wouldn't even give them a fun. No, absolutely not. It needs to be. If the Mets are going to beat LA, it's got to be in the wild card round. There's a strike, 2-1. All right, let's settle down here, Sprout. Why hasn't Hefner come out to talk to him? Outside, 3-1. The 3-1. There's a strike, 3-2. Let's go, Sprout. It's nail down time. Hef needs to. Yeah, you just beat me to right. Bases loaded. No, not yet. The 3-2. And a ground ball. Beatty goes to second for one. The turn. Got him. Double play. Runner moves to third with 2 out. 4-6-3 double play. No, nobody's gone out, Michael. Nobody went out. Huge. Nice. Abrams the batter. A chopper foul, 0-1. Abrams struck out his first time. Outside, 1-1. Gina saying, let's go. Way outside, 2-1. Out of the teams that we have left to play, 2 of them have nothing to play for, and that scares me about our team. They have absolutely a lot to play for. They could be the team that knocks the Mets out. Especially the Marlins or the Nats here. You don't think they want to beat us? And that one ripped to the right. That'll get in for a base hit. The Nats take a 2-1 lead. Bad inning for Sprout here. Oh, this is, yeah, absolutely, Jacob. This is a must-win series. Some folks in the chat think they have to sweep. I'm going 2 out of 3. But you got to come out and take game 1 tonight. You got to take game 1. Because if you give the Nats any hope, outside 1-0. We always play down. The problem is, Jonathan, the Mets this year have always played down to their competition. And that one lined out to left center field. Siri can't make the catch. That was going to score another run. I'm sorry, Siri. The ball hit you right in the glove. This isn't Sproat's fault. Well, yes, it is. He walked 2 batters. He threw the ball down the right field line. What do you mean it's not his fault? There's the ball, 2-0. And he's not throwing strikes. And that's lined into center field. That'll score another run. And it gets by Siri. Now this one's on. Siri's cost 2 of the runs. No, they will not, Kevin. The Mets would have won if they would have gotten out of this one at 2-1. They're now down 4-1. Yeah, right, Kev? Siri can't do the only thing he's known for. Why is he still in the ball game? Yes, because the Mets play better against better competition. Look at the Mets record versus good teams versus bad teams, dude. In for a strike, 0-1. Agreed, Terry. And a ground ball to short. Lindor's got it. Over to first. That'll end the inning. But the Nats put up a 4 spot. Two-way charge to Sproat. 2-way charge to Siri. But it's 4-1. Mets have to answer it here. Hate to say it, but get Mullins, right? For the Mets, it'll be 8-9-1. Beatty, Siri, and Leo. When Siri comes up, the crowd better boo him. So far, another letdown against lesser teams. Exactly. But pro sports are trash nowadays. But here you are on a YouTube live stream talking about it. Guys, we got to be better in the chat, guys. Gonna put it on member only chat here in a minute. They're going to the 5th inning there in Cincinnati. 4-3 Cubs. Guys that are new here, don't come in your first time here chatting it up and complaining about the team. You haven't been here all season long. And for a strike, 1-1. And a little weak chopper to short. Over to first, 1 away. That'll bring up Siri. Let's see. Yeah, you're getting some booze. And for a strike. Oh no, inside 1-0. Outside 2-0. Watch Siri strike out. And when I mean complain, I just stop repeating the same things over and over. You're allowed to complain. Just chopped foul 2-2. But some of you is putting the same thing over and over in the chat. The 2-2. Fly ball out to right field. Cruz before the track, 2 away. Oh, the Astros and Mariners. 3-game set starting tonight in Houston. But the fans will forget it all. The fans forget the Mets are losing 4-1. As long as they get to sing this song. Want to know the count. Lindor did single and score the run in the first. Down low, 2-0. And for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1. Inside, 3-1. '50th pitch of the night from Alvarez. Down low, ball 4. Lindor runs down the first, putting the pressure on the defense to make a play. That'll bring up Soto. Exactly, Henley. The inconsistency of this team has been their downfall all season. Hopefully the booze will motivate them. Well, I worked on the lawn and came back to this. The first pitch to Soto. Down low, 1-0. It's followed the bouncing ball song. Up high, yeah. Siri over Mullins? I personally wouldn't do it. I don't like Jose Siri. I'm not a big fan of Mullins either, but the 2-0 to Soto. Down. Oh, called a strike. Come on, Blue. Even Soto. He hasn't been calling the low strike all night. The 2-1. That one down low. 3-1. The 3-1. And Soto pulls it. Base hit in the right field. Lindor, is he going to go to third? And he will. Bobbled by the right fielder again. That's Cruz's second error, allowing Lindor to go to third. That'll bring up Pete as the tying run. Come on, Pete. Would love a 3-run blast, but just give me a base hit here. How is that a strike, dude? No, they did not. They did. Come on, Jacob, man. They did not rush Siri back. Pete, line drive, base hit. He's got 29 at bats on the season. What do you mean rush him back? That'll bring up Vientos. You ask, John Pete delivers, right? This man is on fire. There's your base hit. Little hit from Pete. Yes. Yep. Hey, the Mets got one. Right? They needed to. That's what they needed to do. Saying, you know what? We're not going down without a fight. Jackson's here. What's up, Jackson? Smoke away. LFGM, says Frank. He just came back, right? And chopped foul, 0-1. No. The Mets aren't going to let him. Watch the Mets only allow him to pitch 6 innings over his next 2 starts. And a little ground ball is short. They go to second for the fourth. But the Mets get 1. We head to the fourth, 4-2. A productive at bat would have been nice, but we didn't get it. Alright, let's come back over to the chat here. Expos. It's not the Expos. James is here. What's up, James? Fouled off, 1-1. Charles says you are tuned into the PAS Network live stream broadcast of MLB baseball action. Friday night edition. Mr. John, your host. Outside, 2-1. Yep, Danzo. I don't get it, man. And the chopper to short. Lindor is there. Over to first, one away. That'll bring up DeYoung. He walked and scored his first time. Let's go within striking distance. Come on. Nats, Expos, just lose. It fouled off, 0-1. Fouled off, 0-2. Did he go? No, 1-2. One advantage of talking to yourself, at least you know someone is listening. Not necessarily. Inside, 2-2. Popped up. Foul territory. It'll go out of play. Still 2-2. Jonathan. The 2-2. Called strike 3. Got him looking. 2 away. That's cool. What are the patches, Al? That's cool. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, is there a theme to all the patches? Like stadiums or? D01. Swung on a miss, 2-2. D02. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. Nice bounce back inning there. We go bottom 4, still 4-2 Nats. For the Mets, it'll be Nimmo, Marte, and Alvarez. 5, 6, and 7 coming up. Jason, what's up, buddy? No worry, we had a day game yesterday, and I did not do the football game last night. Was not feeling 100%. So I did not do it. But we're back at it today. Getting up early tomorrow to go to the car dealership to take the car in for inspection and oil change. And then come back, relax a little bit before the Mets. At 4 o'clock, then tomorrow night, after the Mets are done, I'll be watching WrestlePalooza. All-Star logos going back to the 40s. The St. Louis Brown, the Baltimore, are very cool. That's cool. Yo, there he is. C. Lee is here. What's up, C. Lee? Hopefully things are good down in Texas. Hopefully the missus is feeling better. I believe last time he was here, C. Lee says his missus was feeling a little under the weather. All right, the Mets got one last inning, so let's see if they can get another one here. Swung on a miss, 0-1. Lakewood Blue Claws, very cool. Down low, 1-1. At least we can do is repay these dang gnats for what we received in Washington. Thanks, she's doing great. Great to hear. And lifted foul down the left field side. Out of play. Andrew Tackett says, D-back fan checking in. Let's go Nats. What's up, Andrew? Mentor. He said mentor. That's got to be Grandpa. Come on now. Son, that's got to be Grandpa, no? Down low, did he go? No, 3-2. Every Mets patch made. Very cool. Yeah, I've never gotten really into collecting that kind of stuff. And a little chopper up the middle. Base hit in the center field. There you go. Started off with a base hit. That'll bring up Marte. Mets can make this the dreaded fourth for the Nats. Up high. Ooh, called a strike, 0-1. John Boy says, here we go. Met victory tonight. Down low, 1-1. Bud says, could be a Marte Parte. And a little chopper to third. He's thinking. I don't know what happened there, but no throw. And the Mets have runners on first and second. Let's see. No. It hit in front of his foot. That's a fair ball. Yo, Caps is here saying hello, hello, hello. What up, Caps? Outside 1-0. So the Mets got something little going here. We need positive thoughts. It's crunch time. Yes, the Mets right now would make the playoffs. They have a 2-game lead, Seeley. Outside corner, 2-0. Charles says for every cause and effect, for every action is a reaction, the choices we make. The 2-0. And pulled. That's a base hit down the left field line. Nimmo will score. Marte's heading to third. He's being waved around. And we're tied at 4. Exactly, Terry. Base hits, baby. Keep giving them to me. Marte, play in front of him the whole time, looked at the third base coach, said, keep coming, big boy. John says this game's starting to mirror the Reds game right now. We're tied at 4, still a runner on second with nobody out. That'll bring up the hitman. Looks like I came in at the right time. Let's go, it says Big Mike. 1 by 1. Tie game looking better. Alvy, thank you, says George. What's up, Cookies? Yep, since C. Lee and Caps have come in, the Mets have not made an out. Bobby says, woo, just like that. Keep them coming. Beatty squares and it's down low, 1-0. They check down at third, no swing. C. Lee banging the trash cans for us. Let's go. No attempt there either, 2-0. I don't know why he's trying to bunt right now. Just like that, LFGM, says Doug. The 2-0. The chops it foul, 2-1. The more the merrier. CP saying LV. Two and two the count here. And chopped foul. Do it again. Celia says, well, this is great to see. The Yankees are getting no hit through 5, but at least the Mets can hit. The 2-2. Lined foul. We'll do it again. Welcome in. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. We got 12 new subs so far tonight. Thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up for us. Shout out to Brody Blumberg again for the $200 super chat. The 2-2. Oh, he hit him. Still nobody out here. Mets have runners on first and second. Bernard is here saying hello, everyone. Let's go, Mets. And here's Siri. Oh, Beatty, I don't know. Beatty kind of leaned his elbow into that. I smell bullpen activity for Washington. A time violation against Siri. It's already 0-1. Pulls the bunt attempt back. 1-1. And Frank, you called for it, Frank. Frank called for a fourth inning like this. Still nobody out here. And a bunt, foul. Foul, 1-2. He's trying. He tried bunting there, but it was foul. Gonna explode on the Nats soon. Let's add to the total. Where's Beatty? Beatty is on first base. He got hit by the pitch. He got hit by the pitch on the 2-2 count. The 1-2. Swung on a miss. Yep, love it. Listen to the Boo Birds. You couldn't lay down a bunt. You get to the plate and you get a pitch clock violation, so you're down 0-1 already. So you only get one chance at bunting. Yeah, let's go, Matt Cecily. And we're getting a pitching change here. That'll bring up Lindor. No, it's first and second. It's first and second. Alvarez is at second. Beatty's at first. Beatty channeling his inner Conforto. Not sure. Well, hopefully Darren's okay. We haven't seen Darren. Only one out. See, Lee, one out. Yeah, lay down a bunt, something. He's trying to make up for his 2 errors. The Cubs and Reds are tied up at 4. That game in the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox have come back and tied the Rays. That game now tied up at 2. The White Sox have a 2-1 lead over the Padres. The Mets still with an outside shot getting that number 2 wild card spot. And Phillies and Diamondbacks not until 9:40. And Giants and Dodgers at 10 o'clock. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jonathan. I did not know. Oh, you should. Hold on. You should have it. You don't have it? Let's try it again. Let me know. I just redid it for you. Yep. See, Lee's is good time for a deep one. New pitcher. New pitcher, home run time. Wasted at bat. Agreed. Get the new nervous pitcher. What? Ripped base hit in the left field. The Mets will take a lead. And then he gets away. Another outfield error. And the Mets have runners on second and third and have taken a 5-4 lead. Agreed. Get Siri out of the game. Okay, good. LFGM. Boyd is here saying, let's go Mets. Here's Soto. down low, 1-0. So the Mets with 3 home in the inning, still 2 in scoring position. Outside, 2-0. Mendy's afraid of hurting series feelings. I don't care. I need to win baseball games. Your feelings could worry about who you're playing for next season. And right down the middle, 2-1. I don't know why Siri's playing, honestly. The 2-1. And Soto flies one out to center. Young back to the track at the wall. It's out of here. A 3-run bomb. A new career high with 42 home runs. The Mets have exploded here in the 4th inning. It's now 8-4. We signed Soto on my birthday. Boom. MVP. See Lee with the flexing. Who cares if it's lefty? McNeil should be playing. Agreed. Inside, 1-0 to Pete. I know not to say no hitter unless it ain't. 42 homers, 103 RBI. Inside, 2-0 here to Pete. No, it's not 8 unanswered runs. The Mets led 1-0 tonight. What are you talking about? The 2-0. And Alonso grounds one down to third. Over to first, 2 away. His most important hit yet. Well done, Soto. Can someone say bang? Nah. Gotta love this. Is Gina. Abrams celebrated so hard the inning before. Let's go, says Darnell. Outside, 1-0. That reliever worked out just great. 6-run innings are great to see when you're on the right side. Correct. Brother Brody still up top. Love it. In for a strike. 1-1. You think we're better off with Soto or what? LFGM. And that one ripped foul. 1-2. Must be the new hit. That's what the broadcast is talking about right now. See, Lee says be right back. Wash the stink off time. Let's go, Mets. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. That'll end the inning, but the Mets score 6. It's now 8-4, heading to the 5th. Yes, I'm still streaming. Why is it asking that? Oh, because I see what happened, Jonathan. I didn't realize I lost connection over there. Now I should be back over there. Sorry, guys, just had to text somebody. James says, wow, from a 4-2 deficit to 8-4 lead. Love it. Vientos needs to move down in that lineup. Correct. Oh, Brazabon, the new pitcher here. Wow. In for a strike, 0-1. Surprised. Surprised they're not giving him one more inning. And that one lined into center field, a base hit. Can you see me now? Yes, I can see you now. CP, if you're still here in the chat, I just DM'd you. This team could be a juggernaut when we're firing on all cylinders. Outside, 1-0. The Reds have taken a 7-4 lead over the Cubs. In for a strike, 1-1. Oh, inside, 2-0. Come on, Blue. Very inconsistent tonight. There's a strike, 2-1. Snap throw by Alvarez, back in safely at first. I don't know. The broadcast has not said anything, if there was any injury reason why or anything. And that one lined foul, 3-2. Can you imagine if Soto wasn't having a down year? Right? Pickoff throw, not in time. It's not that big a deal. The Nats have given the Mets an extra inning with 3 extra outs. Swung on a miss, one away. Oh, maybe because it was the top of the lineup again. He didn't want him to face him a third time. I don't know. I don't know why they took him out, honestly. Hefner out to talk to Brazabon here. Soto's crap year is normal for most. Massive Mets fan from Australia. Thank you for doing this stream, as it's the only way I'm able to enjoy it. Well, Rachel X, welcome in. Yeah, you want the Mets to be the team that nobody wants to play. Let's go Mets, says Frank. Yo, the Finns fired McDaniels. Yikes. I'm surprised they didn't give him the Jet game, honestly. He'll get another OC job somewhere, though. Maybe not during the season, but down low, 1-1. And that one's crushed out to center field. That ball's gone. 8-6. I mean, Sproat could have done this. Yep, Mendoza does it again. And here he comes. So what a waste of a pitch. What a waste of a. He's taking him out here. What a waste. You could have done that with Sproat. So we get a pitching change here. And the Cubs really aren't worried about winning baseball games right now. They have a 5-game lead over the Padres for the first and second wild card spot. But wouldn't you want to knock a rival of yours out of the playoffs? And how many games out of the division are they? How many games behind the Brewers are they? 6, so really no chance there either. So DFA him tonight. Love it. Everybody saying hi to Rachel. Already a wild game. Yep. Frank with the blue question marks. The Mendoza mystery marks. Brooks Raley will be brought in. Outside 1-0. If they make the playoffs, he'll be back. Dino. Popped foul. Go out of play. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. His last inning was a 1-2-3 inning with a ground out and 2 strikeouts, so I'm not sure why they took him out. That one slammed out to right field. Soto will make the catch, 2 away. Well, welcome in. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. In for a strike, 0-1. Up high, 1-1. Just want to make sure the person I texted didn't text back here. Check swing foul, 1-2. Nope, not yet. Not yet. If anybody sees CP in the chat while we're live, make sure you tell him to check his DMs. The 1-2. Popped foul. Do it again. Exactly, Leo. Everyone wants to beat us. We just can't let it happen. And fouled off. Still 1-2. And that one ripped. Beatty's got it at second. Over to Pete. A couple outs there by Raley. But the Nats get 2. It's 8-6 Mets halfway through. The Mets, it'll be Nimmo, Marte, and Alvarez, just like last inning. Yeah, if the Mets aren't going to get any help, then they're just going to have to take care of business themselves. Each win ticks that number down 1. Let me come back over, catch up on some of the chat here. Charles says, whether you are actively chatting or enjoying the stream quietly, you make the PAS network what it is. Feel inspired to join in the chat, you're welcome to do so at any time. We're up to 15 new subscribers so far tonight. 70 away from that 8K mark. Gonna be close here for the end of the month. Let's see what we got. Still 11 days left here. Yes, the Reds have the tiebreaker with everybody for some reason. You want a job done right, John? Sometimes you got to do it yourself, right? You want to make the playoffs? Just go do it yourself. Suaro starts the 6th. Zap saying, let's go Mets. Sauron Lau will be the new pitcher here. Nimmo, first pitch swinging, grounds it to second, 1 away. See Lee's back saying, let's go Mets. Here's Marte. He's 1 for 2. Single, a run scored, and a strikeout. Outside corner 0-1. Leah says my middle name is Shay after the stadium. Very cool. This pitcher has an 8.44 ERA. I just subbed. Thank you so much for subbing. 16 new subs tonight. And Rachel, we do go live for every Mets game. Last year we did 149 of the 162. But this year so far we have done every game. Line foul, 0-2 still. Oh yeah, I try to read all the comments. Try to read them all. Brody's still up top, like most of the game again. Thanks, brother. Yes, Brody, thank you so much, man. I don't know. They did not say, Caps. My guess would be, by looking at it, that they didn't want him facing the top of the lineup again. But I don't. They did not say any reason why. Yes, yes, I will. The 1-2 to Marte. Popped foul. Do it again. C. Lee says, please hit the thumbs up. We will win tonight if the team can handle the pressure. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, everybody. Alvarez hits a double play ball. Not sure what that was about. Marte pulled off the bag. So sorry about that, everybody. Internet went out because even the TV said you've lost connection. The big TV. ESPN plays favorites with the teams they show. It's not the Mets. ESPN here in the States hates the Mets. Yes, I have MLB TV, but that was a complete internet issue, not just the thing. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Hopefully, we're back. Your internet was down. My internet went down. Like I said, I know I need a new laptop. I know that's coming. But when the TV, when the big TV goes down, I know it's the internet. Silence is not good in sports. I know. All right, let me catch back up to the chat here, guys. First pitch to Beatty's in for a strike. Oh yeah, yep. What is this? POS. What is that? What is POS? No, just kidding. A respectful hello to Mrs. PAS. She just went upstairs. Swung on a mist. Struck him out. We go to the sixth. 8-6 Mets. PAS has a POS. All right, let's go back over, look at some of the scores. Right now, the Braves have an 8-1 lead over the Tigers. The Reds up 7-4 over the Cubs. That game in the bottom of the seventh. A's lead the Pirates. Yo, I just heard a noise. Yo, give me a thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to bring on screen right now one of our favorite Met YouTubers. Welcome to the show. Let me make sure I got the right screen going here so I can bring you on. CP, welcome into PureAdrenaline Sports. How are you this evening?
I am awesome, John. It's a pleasure to be up on screen here during the game with
Oh,
you.
this
I
is.
definitely appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Thank you for always hopping in. Thank you for letting us know when. I like to joke around when you hop in the chat. I usually know that you guys are doing post game live that night. So.
Oh yeah, we got post game tonight. Nick and I are going to be doing the recap after the game, and it's always a joy to watch you do the live color commentary for the game too.
Oh,
So
thanks.
nobody better than in the business than you over here on this platform.
Oh, thanks, buddy. But yeah, people that might be in the chat that aren't familiar with your channel, let them know what besides pre and post game, what else you got going on.
I mean, if it's all things Mets on my channel, the True Mets Talk podcast. I'm sure you all see me in the live chat during the game sometimes here when I pop in. I try to pop in and support as much as possible, but pre-game streams, post-game streams, and all the videos breaking down the latest news, shorts, all that fun stuff surrounding the New York Mets. And it's 365 days. It doesn't really matter if the Mets season is over. We got off-season content for you all too. So all the latest free agent news, trade news, all that fun stuff. If it's New York Mets related, we got you covered. We got you
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah, awesome stuff, man. Once again, to everybody in the chat, this is CP True Mets Talk podcast. We redirect to his channel a ton of times when he's got post game shows after our streams. A chopper to second, one out. So Brooks Raley's still in the game. We did not see. I did not hear the SNY booth say anything about Sproat coming out of the game. Was there a reason why? Just didn't want him facing the lineup a third time.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the case. I mean, they did it with Pong at 82 pitches. I know Sproul was at 71 pitches. The third inning was definitely a little bit laborious for him, and with the walks and the Siri did not help him out whatsoever. So I was a fan of the Jonah Tong, pulling. You have to trust in your bullpen, get the
Mm-hmm.
bullpen going down the stretch. And so I think that was the same rhyme and reason as to why Mendoza pulled Stroke from the game today too. So if I like the pulling of Tong, then I have to like this move too. I'll stay
Yeah.
a little bit.
So let me just Caps here with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Caps, for going above and beyond to support the channel as always. Good stuff. Jonathan says, CP, how critical is a sweep against these bottom feeders in the division?
I think John, I heard you mentioning it about a series win, and I was actually talking about this very topic with Rob over on the pregame yesterday. I think that this is a must sweep, to be honest. I think that this is a must sweep. 2 of 3, I guess you can't be too mad over, but just given where the Nationals are at, the type of team that they are right now, and where the Mets need to be, 2 games up with 9 left to play and 8 after tonight, I think that this is a must sweep, especially when you go in, up against the first wild card team, really good team, the Cubs, and we always know what the Marlins do against the Mets. In this organization's history, I don't want to point out which year it was. Who was on the mound, Tom Glavine, when it all went to crap. So I think that this is a must sweep just to set the tone and provide the Mets a little bit more breathing room in
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the 2 series to follow up the end of the year.
Yeah, because after this one, after this 3 game set, the Mets go on the road for 3 in Chicago, and then the 3 in Miami to end it. So yeah, not easy, especially when the Cubs aren't giving us any help tonight. Having after I believe they had a 4-1 lead, and now they're down 7-4. Swung on a miss by Stanek here. But yeah, let me keep going through the chat here, see what else people are saying to you.
Love the chat. It's lively. It's always lively. Salute to Jacob and everybody else.
George says CP with the best pre and post game always. There's a strike going too. Love the stash, CP. Keep it for our walk down the Canyon of Heroes. But Sproat last inning, it was a 1-2-3 inning. It was a ground out and back-to-back strikeouts. So my guess, like I said in the when it happened, is it had to be that it was the top of the lineup.
No.
It makes sense. Would I have personally pulled Sproat in that situation? Probably not. I would have gave him at least a batter or two in the next inning. But like I said, this is eerily similar to what Mendoza did with Jonah Tong, in Tong's last start. And if he's keeping it consistent, I guess as Mets fans, that's all we can ask for at this point. Too. And this bullpen too, they need to get going. Like Brazaban, I'm sure Mendoza's ideal situation was trying to get him some work. Clearly, he gave him the 2-run home run, and it was just a quick yank from Mendoza out of the game. So I think Mendoza's managing this like maybe a little bit conservatively, which I can appreciate. There's a sense of urgency with the way that he's managing, is what I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Let me come over. Jonathan says, CP, John, I prefer a 3 game series against LA. Your thoughts?
Yeah, you know what? If the starting pitching figures it out, I like the Mets' chances against anybody. I don't necessarily look at this playoff picture in general as I'm trying to avoid this team or that team. the Padres. I don't think that there's any really way for the Mets to get up into that second wild card spot. The Padres got the White Sox right now. Even if really the Mets win out, I still think the Padres will take care of business. So I think that they're just waiting to see, based off of what happens up top, who they'll be seeing. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Dodgers at that point too. So you know what? There's nothing better than sweet revenge from last
Right.
postseason going up against
Correct.
the Dodgers.
That one lined out to Soto to end the inning. So we go bottom six, still 8-6 Mets. So Stanek comes in, gets a strikeout and a line out there. So he does his job. But yeah. What'd you think? I don't know where Mendoza's coming up with the lineups. I know he's had some issues tonight in center. Your thoughts on Siri?
We were actually talking about this on the pregame with Rob and myself, and how, Siri is back from that broken leg, and it's kind of like a speedy recovery for him, given the gravity of his injury. And given that Tyrone Taylor, I believe, is starting his rehab assignment tonight, which is really good news for Mets fans, because of the three center field options, I think everybody would prefer to have Tyrone Taylor out there for his bat and his defense. I think that this was a night where Mendoza looks at the opponent, looks at, the offense and how it's been performing, and basically says, you know what, we need to get Jose Siri some playing time, and just to see if he can provide us anything in the postseason. I will say, Jose Siri, injury aside, this night right here pretty much put a dent in any postseason chance that he had to make the roster. You're going to rock with two center field options. It's going to be Tyrone Taylor if he comes back smoothly from the IL, and it's going to be Cedric Mullins. And you cannot afford to have this type of game from Jose Siri. It looks like his head wasn't in the game. You know what? Juan Soto, even with him, you gotta be honest in that play where Brandon Sproat threw it past Pete Alonso early in the early stages of the game. Juan Soto should have been backing that play up. Instead, the run scores, and I think defensively, this is not the type of game that you want to see, and this defensive type of game that they're playing tonight won't hold up in the playoffs. So I think Tyrone Taylor gives you the best option, and we're just hoping that there's no hiccups for him coming back. As for Jose Siri, I really do think that he's going to be left off this postseason roster. I don't think that there's any way that you can roster him at this point.
Now, talking about postseason roster, do you think the three young arms all make the postseason roster?
100%. Yep.
Wait, what's his name? Sproat's not eligible, is he?
Sproat's eligible.
Oh, he is?
He's eligible. Yep.
I thought
eligible.
He came up after the September 1st deadline.
He did, but there's a stipulation. I'm not sure if MLB changed the stipulation as to September call-ups within the past, year or so. But if you are within the organization, by September, then you are postseason eligible. Gotcha. And I think David Stearns knew that. Like, there's no way David Stearns didn't know that. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's in tune with all of this. So, as far as my knowledge, right, I will say I'm 98% confident in this statement that Brandon Sproat is postseason eligible, and I think all three rookies will be rostered come the playoffs. Absolutely.
Here's the 1-1. Ripped foul, 1 and 2. What else we got going on here? Any other questions in the chat? CP, last question. Overall grade on all Stearns acquisitions, preseason, trade deadline. They all seem to suck, except Soto, maybe. No, yeah. What's his name? Swung on to by Siri there. Rogers. I like the Rogers move.
Yeah. At the time with Ryan Helsley, that I was the biggest Ryan Helsley fan, especially after the Phillies got Duran.
Right after it happened, you tweeted it out to go get him.
Yep, and they did. Absolutely. I don't know if David Stearns was just watching my account or what, but like that was the proper move to go out there. Nobody could have foreshadowed, especially David Stearns, what Helsley would be doing in a Mets uniform, but that was the right move at the time. Absolutely. Some of the offseason acquisitions were definitely a little bit subpar in hindsight. I think Griffin Canning was one of the biggest steals until he ended up having, a season ending injury. He was, on the right path for a long time there to begin the season, but it's been underwhelming, but I always say this, especially with where the Mets are at right now. I can't really give them a grade right now. I can't. And I hate to say that because in other, if this team was completely out of the playoffs or if this team was already in the playoffs by a large margin, I could give you a grade. But this is going to be all dependent on what the Mets do here in the last 9 games. And then I'll have to reevaluate. So, at surface level with what's been happening, I think it's been pretty underwhelming. But if the Mets get to where we all want them to get to, if they make a deep postseason run, then I think that we'll
That one
all
lined
look
out to
back.
left.
Oh,
Oh, but caught. Sorry,
caught.
CP.
No, absolutely not. Take it away with the commentary. Again, you're the best in business at doing this. But yeah, I can't give an overall ABC grade, Jonathan, about that. But it's been a little bit underwhelming. That's 100% clear. I'll be 100% upfront. I'm a Stearns guy, but it's been underwhelming. But we really have to see what happens with this Mets team because we'll still be having conversations depending on how far the Mets get into the postseason, right? I don't think that just getting into the postseason is a win for this team, given how last year played out. I think that they should be getting hot at the right time and making a proper run in the postseason. And then once we do our season review on the channel, you'll get my final grade.
The last thing from me is thoughts on Mendoza. Do you think if for some reason the Mets do not make the playoffs, that will be brought back to start the season next year, or do you think he's got 1 year left on his deal anyway? Do they just cut bait now and do something if they miss the playoffs? I think if they make the playoffs, he'll start the season next year as the manager. But what are you guys thinking?
Um, I think David Stearns has explicitly said in one of his interviews that he's going to be back no matter what. So I don't think that it matters whether the Mets make the postseason or not. I think Mendoza is going to be back. And let's be honest, he has not had as successful as a time managing, this season. But this season is completely different than last season as well, especially with some of the personnel that he's had to work with. Nobody could have envisioned that, Manaya would not be great. Kodai Senga would not be great. There were calculated risks that were taken to entrust in those guys, but nobody envisioned them being this bad. And that's also put additional stressors on Carlos Mendoza. So he'll be back. I still have confidence in Mendoza. Have I agreed with everything that he's done this season? Absolutely not. There's been a handful of times where I'm like, that is the wrong move. And I was proven right by it being the wrong move. But all in all, I think that he has a good feel for the clubhouse. He has a good handle on this team, no matter what. And it just helps to add to the answer that he's going to be back next season because the guy who's in charge of that decision said so.
Gotcha. Terry with a good question here. Do you think they'll make sure not to pitch McLean 11 innings because of his rookie status?
I don't. I think David Stearns has absolutely like where this team is at right now. That's not even a question. Like he's blowing right past that. He's blowing right past that.
Gotcha.
Uh, I mean, if it's for this season, depending if he starts one more, 2 more games, I mean, he's going to start tomorrow and he's going to start one more game after that. So we'll see collectively how he does
Yeah.
in terms of hitting that final mark. But yeah, I think that they are in a position where they brought these guys up, regardless of what they did and the innings that they posted, the amount of innings they posted in the minor leagues. They're in no position to try to manipulate that. There's no chance.
Yeah, so great stuff. Let me just come back through the chat here and make sure we're not missing anything. Once again,
Yeah, absolutely.
if you are just joining in, over on the big side, CP from True Mets Talk podcast is here talking to us about the Mets season. Here as we're winding down to the last 9 games of the season. Didn't take the Mets job when he had a chance. It's a reason. Oh, I don't know. Going back there. Missing the playoffs would be a disaster. Not good for Mendoza. Yeah, you're on the wrong. Yeah. Can two of our starters were on the DL at the start of the season? Burned through the pen. Yeah. So. Oh, here we go. Jonathan with another one. CP, does Tong need more time in the oven, i.e., AAA?
In a different circumstance, absolutely yes. In the 2025 Mets circumstance, they can't afford that. He's going to be here. He's going to be here.
Yeah. So, man, I know it was short notice, CP. Thanks for hopping in for a few minutes. We'll definitely be redirecting over to you tonight. You guys got
Absolutely.
the post game tonight, so hopefully you guys are spamming the W's in the chat. Awesome stuff.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
You can find me at True Mets Talk. You all know where to find me. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for all the redirects. Thank you for the invite here. It's been a pleasure. Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
man. Thanks a lot for hopping on.
Take it easy.
So that was CP from True Mets Talk podcast. Like you said, I do redirect over to him most of the time. If he's doing post game, if not, I usually redirect it over to our buddy Thomas Fitzpatrick. But great stuff. I wish I would have found CP earlier. Would be a great person to add to the PureAdrenaline team, but he's got his own thing going, so got to support him while he's doing that. Soto takes off to throw down a second, not in time. 34th stolen base for Soto. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for the questions in the chat. That was great stuff. I got to find a way to get them on all the sides. Right now, I only know how to bring them on the big side, so the people on the vertical side didn't get to see them. So, but I got to figure out how to get them going over there. Popped up by Alonso. Almost right at the plate. It'll be caught. That'll end the inning. We go to the 7th. Still 8-6. It's still time. He's gonna be close to 40-40. How about 50-40? How about that? Oh man. Wow, so I missed some stuff there. Tong destroyed during the season, but only had 2 games in AAA. Let me refresh the scoreboards here. Top of the 9th there, Cubs down 7-4. Runner on second with 1 out. Orioles have a 4-2 lead over the Yankees. That game in the 8th inning. The Rays with a 3-2 lead over the Red Sox in the 6th. The White Sox up 4-3 over the Padres in the 7th. Rangers beating the Marlins. Mariners beating the Astros. Rockies beating the Angels. Nope, that game just tied up. Rockies and Angels tied up at 3. Finals, the Braves beat the Tigers 10-1, and the A's beat the Pirates 4-3. Sign you up for what? Oh, how about a homer off of Otani in the wild card series for Soto? Sign me up for that as well. Helsley, we just talked about Helsley with CP. It'll be 8-9-1 here for the Nats. Helsley been much better over his last few outings here. And a little chopper foul 0-1. Once again, shout out to Caps during that whole time. Caps gifted 5 memberships. No, not to say that the Phillies are going to lose, because you never know. But first off, the Phillies are still fighting for the #1 spot in the National League. And the Phillies would absolutely want to keep the Diamondbacks out, because the Diamondbacks knocked them out a couple years ago. And a ground ball to short. Lindor's got it. One away. Nice scoop by Pete. No problem. Sorry I wasn't chatty. Went back to see what I missed on SmackDown. No worries. No. NFL on Monday night. NFL on Monday night. As long as the Mets don't have to play for some reason. I will not be doing weekend games for the NFL until the Mets. Sorry about that, everybody. Should be good to go again. Washington lost their quarterback and their running back. Ouch. I think it's the internet tonight. Down low, 2-2. Pop foul, still 2-2. Fouled straight back, still 2-2. Yo, MF is back with the $20 super chat. Thank you, MF. How you been, bud? See, Lee says, please hit that thumbs up, everyone. It's painless and easy. Called strike 3, got him looking 2 away. I think it helps with baldness, too, if you hit the thumbs up, too. Not clinically proven. Not clinically proven. John, that was great having CP on. Thanks, man. Yeah. Down low, 1-0. Kev says feels like a playoff game tonight. Agreed. It's on 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, we will be redirecting over to CP's channel tonight after the Met game. The 1-1 up high, 2-1. Jonathan says, yeah, it does kind of feel like a postseason game. Frank's still here saying, let's go Mets. So guys, sorry for missing all the chat messages there while I had CP on. I tried to go through, get the questions. There's a strike, 2-2. That was fun. That was fun. I wonder if we can get CP somehow into the mix here. The 2-2. And that one lined out to right. Soto barely has to move. Nice 1-2-3 inning. We go bottom 7, stand up and stretch. Good insight with respect. Yeah, the people on the vertical side just couldn't hear him. So I don't know how to... I think YouTube's coming out with a way to do it so it'll work on all the platforms. But they announced it. They have not implemented it. You envy CP, Rob, and Wardy. Their faithful innocents on our team. I want to run for those kids. Yeah, because the last Met run was 10 years ago, right? Well, I mean, the NLCS last year, but World Series run in 2015. So those guys were all young. Let me come over and give that a thumbs up. Thank you so much, MF. Really appreciate you going above and beyond like that. Come over. Brody's, I did not hit the thumbs up, so let's take care of that as well. Let's see what else I missed. Nothing. Caps, yeah, I mentioned Caps gave the 5 gifted memberships as well. Jason says good night, you all. Jason, good night. I know Jason's working a lot of odd hours, now being over the road trucker. So be safe out there, buddy. James says not everyone can play in New York. This is correct. Oh, I did not watch it because I wondered because the baseball game was on. I completely forgot. Does anybody know if they did a Rico Bronya last night? I'll probably want to know. McNeil, the pinch hitter here. And chop foul, 1-1. Hell's overcoming tipping and nerves and pitching. Yes, he has changed his delivery. Outside, 2-1. They did an hour podcast. Thank you, Terry. I will go back and watch. Evan also said must sweep. The 2-1. And that one ripped, base hit in the right field. A leadoff single for McNeil. See if we get a pinch runner here. Happy Jeff. No, I do not think the contract was too large. Not my money. Care less how much it was. And now Acuna will come in the run. So there you go. That worked out. He was going to put Acuna in for defense anyway. As soon as Gary said McNeil won for his last 22, he gets a hit. Evan said he doesn't trust the Mets yet. No spoilers. Fouled off, 0-1. Great play-by-play with informative commentary and outstanding coverage. Speaking of spoilers, I have not been keeping up to date with WWE. Can somebody tell me what the matches are tomorrow night for WrestlePalooza? Man, not a big fan. He used to be good. Yeah, that one I knew. That one I knew. Brock Cena. I knew that one. Inside, the throw down the second. Not in time. And he stayed on the bag. $15 stolen base there. They're going to have a tag team match, right? Uso versus Braun and Brunson. So is the whole Braun and Brunson thing over with Seth Rollins or what? Yeah, Cena's finished. Yeah, we know Cena's finished. That's why they're letting him have the matches he wants. Down low, 2-1. Oh, Io versus Ora. Akuna Matata. Scuba is on second. The 2-1. And base up the middle, the runner will move to third. One away. So productive out there. Scuba to the rescue. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Yep. Yo, Brock F5 Cody. Was that supposed to be Cody? I told Paul Heyman we need to talk. Punk and Lee versus Rollins and Lynch. Yep, that'll be good. Manufactured run. Productive out. Inside corner, 101. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? You got me back to WWE. I've been working on another project, and I'm not telling anybody what it is yet. And it's taking, besides streaming and doing my real job, Marte on the ground, Acuna will score. That's a big run. 4-3 on the putout, but an RBI for Marte. And the project I'm working on, I hope to have ready for baseball, the start of baseball season next year. Scuba dooba doo. Great job by AARP and Acuna. Love the small ball run. Here's Alvey. And up high, 1-0. Had a big 2-run double in the fourth inning to tie the game at 4. Acuna, nice speed. Speed kills. That the infield was playing in, and he still scored. Swung on a miss, 1-1. You're calling him Scooby? Well, no, what was the little guy's name? Scrappy. And a ground ball to short. Abrams got it over to first. We go to the 8th, 9-5 or 9-6 Mets. It's a big run there. It'll be Abrams, Bell, and Lyle. Nice try, Zuko. Scrappy dog. Everyone hated him, self included. Charles says, my first time watching wrestling in person, 1984 in Nassau, Bahamas. The old NWA, Dusty Rhodes, Kevin Sullivan, Lex Luger. Tyler Rogers will be the new pitcher. The Reds ended up beating the Cubs 7-4. That game now a final. See, that's why I keep an eye on the Cardinals-Brewers game, because the Brewers, the Phillies and Brewers are fighting for that number 1 spot. So, if the Brewers lose tonight, you know the Phillies are definitely going to want to win. Going to the 8th inning, the Padres still down a run. Top of the 7th, the Red Sox up 4-3. And top of the 9th in Baltimore, the Orioles up 4-2. So let's take a look at the wild card standings in the American League, because the Yankees have a 3-game lead over the Red Sox for the last spot. So this, if the results tonight hold up, it'll drop it down to 2. Give me a bunch of stoners and a talking dog solving mysteries, aka some kind of real estate scheme. Oh, and they called Lester. Oh, Corey Graves. Thank you, Joe. The American Dream. Yep. And a chopper to third. Beatty's got it. Over to first. 1 away. Yeah, I'm not listening in to Fitzy tonight. I don't know why. This team needs a bulldog in the middle of that bullpen like a Hershiser. Well, that was in the middle of the rotation, not the bullpen. In for a strike, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Once again, I was going to say, oh, tomorrow's a day game? Yeah, it's Saturday. Come on. And that one popped up. Foul, 1-2. And then chopper to short. Lindor's got it. Over to first, 2 away. Oh no, the first one was a 5-3. This one was a 6-3. Lyle, here's Lyle. And a ground ball to Scuba over to first. Rogers, man. Yeah. Man, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Stearns needs to get on the ball right now and sign him up for next year. We go bottom 8, still 9-6 Mets. Albie's nickname should be the Terminator. Playing with a broken pinky, a bad thumb, got drilled by a pitch. Yeah, keep Scoob. No, not. Oh, Scoob. That's who you're calling Scooby. I thought you were talking about Acuna. Up to 73 likes on the stream tonight. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. We have 29 new subscribers as well. Let's go. We have surpassed Frank's prediction at 27 with an inning and a half to go yet. Todd Licata saying the ground ball master. You'd start him for the 9th? You're not bringing in Diaz? I'm sorry, it's go time. All hands on deck every game. If not, we know we won't need you here next year. How far back are... ...91. The Phillies are only 3 games behind the Brewers, so... The Phillies are definitely going to keep playing tough because they're going to want home field advantage. Up high, 1-0. Swung on a miss, 1-1. The 1-1. Line foul down the left field side, 1-2. Yeah, home field for the Phillies doesn't bode well for us. Correct. I think the Mets went 1-6 in Philly this year. Fouled off, 1-2 still. The Mets about to do what they should have done last year, eliminate the Braves. We own... Right, I don't get it, right? We own them in Flushing. The 2-2. Called strike 3, got him looking. Are they going to let Siri bat? No, it's going to be Mullins. Is anybody going to be surprised after tonight's game if the Mets DFA'd Siri? In for a strike, 0-1. Inside, 1-1. No. Jonathan says no. James says no. Diaz is getting warmed up. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Yeah. The guy batted less than 200. I don't care about his defense. We needed offense. After we went out, after they went out and got Soto, you had to get offense. You had to get more offense, and they didn't do that. Swung on a miss. Back to the top of the lineup here with Lindor. Yeah, so what? He got to the ball and he dropped it. Who cares if he got to it? Give me angry Diaz. None of this scared crap. End it. We're up to 30 new subscribers tonight. Welcome in. 55 away. And that one ripped. Outside, 1 and 2. I have not seen Natalie yet tonight, Jonathan. Taylor has started a rehab assignment, so we'll see. The Mets will determine how quick he comes back. That one ripped in the right field, a base hit for Lindor. He's on his way to second. The hustle in the second, not in time. Third hit of the night for Lindor. A guy we need getting hot at the right time. Mets need to add more pitching and bats, absolutely. Every time I think I was being rejected from something, I was actually being redirected to something better. These kids in their these kids in their TikTok. I have not seen Natalie thus far. Bounced down low, 1-0. I can't wait to see the highlights so I can see and try to understand, because I don't. Inside, 2-0. They're going to walk him. Nope. Yep, they are going to walk him. It was 2-0, so they're going to intentionally walk Soto. That's going to bring up Alonso. Last chance to... He's 2 for 4. But his last chance to hit a home run tonight. Now, if Pete were to get a home run here, I don't bring Diaz in. He's already on 4 straight, Jonathan. Tonight would be 5. Outside, 1-0. Still 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Yesterday. Diaz worked yesterday. In the non-save situation. The 2-0. Down low, 3-0. It's 3-0 here. James, man, no, never need to apologize, man. And right down the middle, 3-1. You guys going above and beyond with the memberships and super chats and stuff is always appreciated, but it's not required. The 3-1. Outside, ball 4. So after striking out the first 2 batters, a double, an intentional walk, and a walk, have loaded them up for Scuba. Seems whenever Lindor has a good game, we win. Exactly. Pitch Pitch clock violation. Want to know the count. On the outside corner. No, outside 2-0. Down low, 3-0. Up high, ball 4, that walks in a run. All with 2 out. Michael S. says, greetings everyone, 3 outs to go. Let's go Mets. Clean ballpen work tonight outside of Brooklyn. Juicy fruit. Very nice. The first pitch to Nimmo, right down the middle, 0-1. James says he felt good tonight about this team. Nats have the highest bullpen ERA in baseball. Swung on a missed 0-2. If they can get back to 10 games or better above 500, that would be great. Ooh. The 0-2. Right inside, 1-2. That's a beats hit up the middle. That'll score 2. The Mets have broken this one wide open. Wow, 88 batted in for Nimmo. If he can get hot here, he can make a push for 100. Acuna was flying. I bet you he could have scored. All with 2 outs. And a ground ball to short. He's got it over to first. That'll end the inning. The Mets add 3. We go to the 9th. 12-6. Once again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. Welcome into the 30 new subscribers. Really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Thank you once again to Caps for the 5 gifted memberships, MF for the $20 super chat, and our boy Brody Blumbler. Try it again. And our guy Brody Blumberg with the $200 super chat as well tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Save Diaz for tomorrow. Exactly. It's no longer a save situation. So tonight, yeah, we'll be back live again tomorrow for game 2 of this series. Got to go out and run some errands in the morning, but we'll be home in plenty of time to do the 4 o'clock game. The Diamondbacks have an early 1-0 lead over the Phillies. Alright. Hey, the Padres lost. Let's go. The Yankees lost. The Red Sox now up 6-3 over the Rays. Bases still loaded in the top of the 8th with 1 out. This game was so tense, I didn't eat dinner yet. See, I usually don't, but tonight I did. Tonight I did. Yep, that 2-run double changed it. That 2-run double by Alvarez to tie the game at 4 completely changed the game. In for a strike. Davinsky will be the new pitcher here. George says, "Thank you, John, for so many great calls all year. Gotta finish this and focus on tomorrow." Fouled off 0-2. Well, thank you all for being here. Body needs food. Beer is food. I'd rather play the Dodgers. Agreed, Leo. Agreed. Down low, 1-2. Charles says, "We're balling tonight as a well-oiled machine. PAS Network is the place to be." The 1-2. And that one grounded. Pete's got it. Davinsky covers, 1 away. Mets pitching has retired 12 straight batters. The Nats do not have a base runner since the Abrams home run in the 5th. Down low, 1-0. Beatty knocks it down. Let me make sure I'm good to go for the CP redirect. All right, so runner on first here, 1 out. Let's all remember this is expected. 2 more series after this one. Terry says, "I think we need to sweep this series up high." That's why tonight was a must. That's why tonight was a must-win. Because you could not give this team any life for a 3-game set. That's a base hit in the right field. It's second and third here. Now you got to make sure Diaz stays ready. I know you're up 6, but you can't let this one get away. Come on, you got the first out. Riley Adams will be the pinch hitter here. Diaz sat down, but now he's getting back up. Paul says the kind of win a contender makes. Swung on a missed 0-1. End it. Put the dog down. The 0-1. Down low, 1-1. The 1-1. Oh, and I just lost the game again. Sorry, guys. I don't know what is happening tonight. There's 2 outs now. I don't know what happened. Bounced in the dirt. 2-1. The 2-1. Swung on a miss. 2-2. Nats are down to their final strike. So once again, thank you all so much. Outside, 3-2. The 3-2. Swung on a miss. Put it in the books. Big win for the Mets. What a win. Down 4-1 in the 3rd inning. The team fights back. Soto with the big, Alvarez with the big 2-run double to tie it. Soto with the big 3-run bomb. The Mets added 4 more after that as well. And their magic number drops to 7. We'll be back live for Game 2. Nolan McLean on the mound tomorrow for Game 2 of this series. And we'll see how everybody else is doing. When I end the stream on the big side, it's going to send you over to CP for Mets postgame. Over on the vertical side, it's going to send you over to Thomas Fitzpatrick for the end of the Red Sox game. So, great stuff, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow afternoon. Once again, thanks again to Caps for the 5 gifted subs, MF for the $20 super chat, and Brody for the $200 super chat as well. Once again, thank you so much for the 31 new subscribers, and we'll see everybody tomorrow afternoon.